happy Tuesday, everybody. I'm actually going to try something new today with my videos. I took several little snippets at the doll show on Sunday, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to describe what Zolani is wearing and do a little weekend update, and then I'm going to try to merge all my little clips after this, and then I'm going to make a little follow-up video showing everything that I got this weekend, and then I will put that on the end. So, let me describe Zolani. She is who I took with me. She is my most recent creation and my most recent addition to my collection. She is the Tegan Sculpt by Laura Lee Eagles, and she is wearing a dress. It's a Zara baby dress. It's like a brocade fabric in white, and then it has butterflies all over. The bulk of them are up on the top, around her neck and on the sleeves, and then they just kind of get less and less down the dress, but they're in all different colors. It's almost like watercolor painting, almost, the butterflies. There's like a pink color and a rose and a teal and a turquoise and red and yellow and green. It's just such a beautiful dress. I tell you, if they had it in my size, I'd wear it. And then I made her a headband. It is 3 strands of a rose-colored yarn. And in the very center, I have a hanging butterfly. It's a metal butterfly that is turquoise, and then the edging is kind of a bronze color, I guess. And then either side, just by her ear, is a little iridescent bead that's purples and greens and black. And then she's wearing little ruffled socks. They're white, and the ruffle is white and pink. And then she has on black shoes that have 3 buckles, 2 across the top of her foot, and then 1 comes around her ankle. Those are her shoes, and she's still wearing the bracelet from Lorna and Aaliyah, which is silver, and it has amethyst and clear beads. And she has on her cross from Ethiopia around her neck, and she has little diamond-looking earrings. So that is what she wore to the doll show, and she was very good. She was very well behaved. She met lots of friends, and we had a really, really good time, but I'm going to save all that for the end of the video. I do want to say one of the things that I was able to do unsuccessfully, unfortunately. I do apologize, Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. I hope you're feeling well today. Let me just kind of stroll around the nursery while I talk, because I'm going to do my little weekend recap right now. I drove to my mom's. Oh, that frog. She brings me so much joy. Still working on her name. I need the perfect name for her. Anyway, I've narrowed it down to a few, so, you know, I got to be 100%, everybody. But anyway, I went to my mom's on Friday. I drove there, and then once we unloaded my car, we went and had lunch, my mom and I, and then we did go to the antique mall, and I was able to video that little pram as I said I would, and it was great because 4 times a year that antique mall has a sale, and every booth needs to do anywhere from 10 to 50% off. And so I was super excited to see what that booth had off, because that pram is $650, but she had 20% off. So anyway, the lady was so nice. She took it out of the case for me. She took the cover part off so you could see the baby. There were actually 2 babies inside, the baby, and then the baby had a doll. And the doll was much like the pin I recently showed you, except she was in the sitting position. She did not have crochet clothing on. She had little fabric clothes on. But so the doll had a doll, which I thought was oh so sweet. And she had a beautiful lace blanket under there. And it was just really, really beautiful. And the lady was so nice. Like I said, she took the cover off for me. She did try to fold back the part that goes over the baby's head, but she's like, oh, I don't want to I don't want to damage this, so I'm not going to do it. I went around, I did a 360. I looked, the video was like 6.5 minutes long, or was it 7.5, something like that. I'm like, oh, this is great. I gave a great little tour of the stroller, or the pram. This is fabulous. And then yesterday, when I uploaded all my videos from the doll show, and that one was on, because they're all on the same camera, the video is only 1 second long. I don't know what happened. Because honestly, right before I turned my camera off, I wanted to make a mental note of how long the video was to make sure it wasn't like 20 minutes long or something. And it was totally a reasonable amount of time. Like I said, 6.5 or 7.5 minutes. And I don't know what happened. It's only a second long. So I will actually put that first after this video. So you're just basically going to see a quick snippet of the pram. Suzanne, next time I visit my mom, I will go back, and again, if it's still there, I will try again. When I take my mom home this coming weekend, it's just going to be a quick turnaround, drive her home and come back, so I won't have time this weekend, but hopefully next time I go for a weekend or a little bit of a longer stay, I'll be able to do that, because it really is beautiful. But in all honesty, Suzanne, I believe it's the same one that you have, other than it does have the little cover. So you know what it looks like, but I just think it's fun to see others. So anyway, then after the antique mall, we went to 4 different thrift shops, which we had a lot of fun there. And then we did get back to my mom's house probably about 7:30ish, and a friend of mine came over and we had dinner, and she ended up staying till almost 11:30. So we had a really nice visit, and we could have kept visiting, but I knew I had to get up at dark 100 the next day. So anyway, so got to bed late, but did have to get up quite early the next day. And my mom and I had hair appointments. I think I shared with y'all that my mom had recently found a friend of hers who we haven't seen for going on 40 years. She had cut my hair a couple times as a child, and my mom's, and my mom finally found her. So we had talked about setting up hair appointments. I'm like, well, don't tell your name because we want to surprise her. And so it was a good thing we had talked about it, because my mom then gave her maiden name. So it was really good. But she did say, and my daughter, and they're like, well, and how old is she? And why do you want my daughter's age? They thought I was a little girl. So anyway, of course, she didn't recognize me because I was a little girl the last time she saw me, but she recognized my mom. And we had a really good time talking with her. And then she had one client after us. And so my mom and I had noticed driving in, there was a thrift store a couple blocks away. So we said, well, we're going to go down to the thrift store. If you're free for lunch after that, we'd love to go to lunch with you. So it was really nice. We did that. So we spent a couple hours with her catching up. It was really, really lovely. And then after that, we went downtown, because she was about 20 minutes from downtown Chicago. So then we went downtown and grabbed some Garrett's popcorn. And then we went to Sprinkles and got a cupcake for each of us. And then we got back on the highway and headed back up north and went to Trader Joe's and the Container Store and Michael's. I was able to stock up on my It's a Boy, It's a Girl ribbon. I had looked before we went to see if there was a coupon I could have on my phone, as well as if ribbon was on sale. And ribbon was not on sale, but they did have, instead of a 40% off an item, they had one 50% off an item coupon. So, well, I'll get one roll and I'll save 50%. But I did whisper a little prayer as I was driving. I'm like, Lord, it'd be really nice if that ribbon were on sale. So I got there, went to the ribbon aisle, and lo and behold, that particular brand is called 360 Degrees. And they have ribbon priced anywhere from $1.99 up to like $20, $30 a roll. But all the rolls that are $3.99 were 60% off, and that's what that ribbon costs, is $3.99 a roll. So it was all 60% off. So I was able to stock up on my It's a Boy, It's a Girl ribbon. So I was really happy. And the Cherry Blossom one, that's the other one I get from that brand. So I got quite a few rolls of that ribbon and some other just plain ribbons. So I was really happy about that. And then we met my brother and sister-in-law for dinner. And then we got home that night, not too late, maybe 8:30ish. but I needed to, pack my things to be heading home the next day, as well as get Zolani ready for the doll show. So she got dressed on Saturday night. Don't y'all wish you could do that? Get all dressed the night before, go to bed, wake up and go, oh, it's so brilliant. Anyway, so got her ready. And then again, we got up at Dark 100 on Sunday because the doll show was probably about an hour and 45, maybe, something like that from my mom. And so we left her house about 8:30, I think it was, 8:30? Something like that. We got to the doll show just after 10. And so we went in, we walked around quite slowly one time, looking at all the various booths. There was only one thing was it one or two things I purchased on the first go-round, because they were things that immediately said yes. And I was mainly looking for photo props, different things like that. There were so many dolls I could have brought home, let me tell you, because I love so many different dolls. But I was looking for photo props, and so I bought a couple. And then I never sat down at that doll show, never. I walked around the whole time, and then I would stop and talk to different people. Got to see several of the ladies. I will not mention names of people that are not on YouTube because I didn't think to ask, and they're not on YouTube, so I don't want to just divulge people's information. But I got to see Katie and Kylie, and I got to meet Renee, she just changed her channel name. It's Random Reborns, I believe is how you say it. Forgive me if I got that wrong, Renee. So I got to meet Renee and her daughter. And then again, see Katie and Kylie. And I think all the other ladies are not on YouTube. So I'm not going to mention names. But there were quite a few ladies there. It was lovely. Actually, in my first go-round, I met a woman with her two daughters. And they never hooked up with us. I don't think they were... I don't think they knew we were all going to be there, maybe or maybe, I'm not sure. But anyway, they were really sweet. I got to meet several wonderful vendors. Actually, quite a few wanted my business card, which was interesting. Some of the vendors you could tell that the Reborns were not their thing, based on things they said as you walked away. But that's okay. They love their dolls. I don't quite get it myself because I love all different dolls. And so, but I know some people have a particular medium. They may like just only porcelain dolls or rag dolls or American Girl dolls or ball-jointed dolls. So, I mean, I understand that Reborns might not be their cup of tea. So, anyway, but like I said, I met some lovely vendors, some lovely new people that are part of our community. Some of them are Instagram people. Some of them are viewers of YouTube. So, it was really, really lovely. But like I said, I never sat down. I just kept walking around because after I finished, there were a few things that I had to ponder. Did I really want them? There was one booth. It was very fascinating, and I will show their card and stuff at the end, in the next video. That'll be at the end of all these videos strung together. It was a mother-daughter, and they create bears from fur coats. And I will share more about that at the end, but they were really fascinating. I spent a lot of time with them, and then there was another booth, a lovely, lovely lady who makes porcelain dolls. Well, she doesn't any longer because she's, I don't know, I probably won't say her age or anything on here, but anyway, her granddaughter was with her, and she used to make porcelain dolls. She sculpts them, but she learned how to make the plaster casts from Yolanda Bello. So anybody in the porcelain doll world knows who I'm talking about. She was fascinating to talk with. I actually spent a lot of time with her, really, really enjoyed her, and we're going to stay in touch because she had some questions. She really got interested in the art of reborning, and so we had some really interesting conversations. And so she had a few questions for me that I didn't know the answers to, so I'm going to reach out to some sculptors and see if I can get some answers for her. And but it was lovely. And then, like I said, we had about an hour afterwards at the restaurant because we wanted to be home before dark. The last hour and a half of my ride, there are no street lights. And so with deers being out, with it being spring, I just didn't want to take any chances. So we actually pulled into the driveway just as the sun was setting. So absolutely perfect timing. But we had about an hour at the restaurant to catch up. I could have stayed many more hours. I was really enjoying myself, but I really, I don't want to get into any accidents or anything. So, hopefully the ladies that remained had a fabulous time afterwards, and I'm sure they did. And then we made it home, and then yesterday I woke with a sore throat. I'm not sure if it's because I did so much in those couple days or if I'm actually getting sick. The weather was up and down. Friday was beautiful. Saturday was really cold. And then Sunday was beautiful. So it could be that. My throat's about 50% better today than it was yesterday. I was taking my Sambucol and honey and putting lemon in my water. And today I did take a little mucus fix, which is a homeopathic thing, because I'm just feeling a little bunged up. But so you hear my laundry's going because I didn't get it all done yesterday. I was a little tired. I actually went back to bed yesterday morning after my husband went to work, which I never do. And I didn't really sleep. I kind of drifted in and out for a couple hours. And then I did some stuff around the house, and my mom and I ran a few errands. And then I just didn't really do much. I got caught up on my comments on YouTube. I have quite a few videos in my history I'm hoping I can catch up on maybe today, because I'm going to take it easy again today. But I do want to finish my laundry. And we were talking about going for a walk because it was so beautiful yesterday. It was 83 degrees here yesterday with a beautiful breeze, and the sun was shining. It was just glorious. It didn't feel like 83. It felt more like 70 because of the breeze was quite cool. It was just perfect for me. Such a delicious day. So we talked about going for a walk today. And when I woke up, the sun was shining. It was beautiful. And then about 10 minutes before I came down to make this video, it went all dark. And so I looked up, and we're supposed to get thunderstorms soon. So I don't know if we're going to get a walk in. But anyway, but I'm going to take it easy. Hopefully I'll get some rooting in today. I didn't get any painting or rooting in yesterday. And because it's really cold down here, I think I'm not going to paint today just because I'm actually cold right now. And normally when I come down here, I'm very comfortable. So I think my body's fighting something. But anyway, I'm at 17 minutes. So I'm going to sign off on this one. And what's going to happen next is you'll see a quick snippet of the pram. And then there's 4 or 5 little back-to-back snippets from the doll show. I do apologize. I was pushing Zolani for most of those snippets, and so it's very shaky. I was kind of moving fast, but I want to show you what little footage I did get. I'm hoping some of the other ladies got better footage. I've not been on YouTube. I need to get on YouTube. But I'm hoping some of the other ladies. I do know Katie took a lovely video at the booth with the fur teddy bears because I was standing there when she did it. So that was beautiful. So I'm happy she did that. I don't know if she has it up or not yet, but I just wanted to show you what I saw. There were a few things I was able to stop, and there was the most amazing Raggedy Ann and Andy, which I did take y'all to go see, and some other lovely babies. But again, the footage is kind of quick and shaky, but I do want to show what I got. And then after that, I'm going to make a video right now to put at the end, and I'm going to be showing what I picked up this weekend. So thank you, and stay tuned for what's coming. Hello everybody, I'm at the Kane County Doll Show. Just going to give you a quick little view. I brought Zolani with me. She's being so good. I've walked around once. I've only purchased a couple little things, photo props and stuff. But I'm just going to give you a quick little overview of some of the booths. Lots of clothes here. But I kind of went slowly around, and now I'm going to go back to the booths that had things that I wanted to get. But there's some absolutely beautiful, beautiful babies here. I saw only one full Reborn booth, which was Jacqueline Cassidy. And then there's a couple other ladies selling Reborns, but there's so many beautiful dolls here. I love all kinds of dolls. Look at these. Oh, so beautiful. There's lots of miniatures. There's just some beautiful, beautiful babies. Let me see if I can get it on video, if I can recall. I saw the most amazing Raggedy Ann and Andy. But they're,
Is that? No, that's not a real.
that's a doll.
Yeah, I had to look. I really had to look with my reading glasses.
Oh.
Isn't it she?
So she's a she, yeah.
She. Wow. You could almost sit at home rocking that thinking you have
Yes, she's weighted like a real baby.
Yeah. I'm too old for that.
Oh, there, I see them. Back to the Raggedy Ann and Andy, I saw them, but they're $800 each. I mean, look at some of these absolutely stunning babies. I know there are several ladies in our community who love more than just the Reborns. And I know you would love to be here, and I'm thinking of all of you. Look at this gorgeous Raggedy Ann and Andy. And then there's the camel back there. Aren't they stunning? There's just so many fun babies here.
It's got some chocolate on it.
Is that what that is?
Pretty dress.
It's beautiful. I wondered what the stain was.
Oh, the person who made that. Can you imagine? It's such
Yeah,
a
I
pretty
crochet like that.
Can you?
It's a lot of work,
Oh
yes.
my goodness. It's vintage though.
It's beautiful. I wish I had time to go to every single booth and show you guys every single item that's here.
Winter gone, and March was so rainy.
I'm just going to take a couple minute more.
And you know what? This, you can buy a lot of clothes and things to redress her if you want.
Lots of teddy bears. There's a booth here that makes teddy bears, and they're so beautiful. All right, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. There's Jacqueline Cassidy. I hope I got her name right earlier. Do a little more strolling around. American Girl. Clothes. Here's a little war
Isn't that something?
setup.
You should send that to me.
So many fun babies. I love her. Be so sweet. I think I'm going to be able to string my videos together now. I've been walking around thinking about it now that I have iMovie. I think I can drag my clips in together.
So, did you get your wig?
There are so many cute dolls here. I've seen wooden dolls, composition dolls, porcelain dolls.
Oh, okay. I actually have a couple.
Oh, look at this one. Yeah, that's cute. This folding chair.
She is still.
I love all the little wooden furniture. I've seen so much beautiful furniture here. Let me see if he's working. Look at this painting. It actually moves.
Wow, that's something.
Look at this. The dolls on the
I want this whole booth.
carousel. There's lots of Shirley Temples here. Precious Moments cradle. Oh, Debbie, you love Precious Moments. Lots of clothes. There's the Shirley Temples. Lots and lots of Shirley Temples. Oh, I saw the Dion queen somewhere over there. We're on the back side of some boots now, so let's get around. I love these teddy bears here.
I always called it like lamb, because my grandmother had one. Wow.
The lamb curl.
For our dear Myra, we have Cindy Lou Who. There's some beautiful babies. My mom is watching Zolani for a minute so I could actually go into a booth properly. So I'm just going to show you a few babies in this booth. Look at this horse on wheels. Isn't that beautiful? There's some little tiny dolls there. And then this baby here is an Ashton Drake. A Caress for Miguel. And then here's the Jasmine Pretty in pink. I know some of the ladies in the community have the Jasmine baby. Lots of fun babies. Oh, I remember Hempstead. When I used to collect porcelain dolls, I loved the Hempstead faces. So many beautiful babies. So many beautiful babies here. She's beautiful. There's another Hempstead baby. Hope I'm saying that correctly. I think I am. There are just beautiful babies everywhere. Hello, thank you for watching all the little snippets from the doll show. You're looking at Sweet Solomon now. I'm going to go ahead and move him so I can show y'all the things I got. And then we'll bring him back so he can send his mama some lovin'. Let me think. I'm going to do this in order, right? So, from the antique mall, well, one of the things isn't in here because it's a gift. I can't show it. But from the antique mall, I picked up a couple little vintage rattles. Let me put that one down. This one is, I think it's called Cellulite. Is that what that's called? It looks like an acorn. Well, it's shaped like an egg, but the 3/4 of it is white, and then the top quarter is a very lovely pale blue, and that's ridged almost like the top of an acorn. And then it has a white ring attached at the top, about a 50-cent piece size, but it has the most lovely sound. Isn't that lovely? So I got that little rattle at the antique mall, and then I got this little rattle from the antique mall. It looks like a barbell. And the center part is pink, and then either end is a clear orb, and inside are little tiny multicolored, well, individually colored balls. There's pink and green and red and yellow and blue. It reminds me of when I was a little girl. I had this little popcorn popper thing that you pushed when you walked, and it went pop, 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 pop. It had those balls in it. But I got that little rattle there. What else did I get at the antique mall? Oh, never mind. One I gave as a gift, and one I have as a gift. So that was Friday night. And then, let's see. Let's go then. Let me take y'all off. For those of you who know about my Annie up there, as I've told you, she is a Madame Alexander doll. And her doll is called Puddin' from the factory, but I named her Annie. I've talked about her in other videos. Always choose joy. Anyway, when my niece was very little, I gave her the same doll. And it wasn't until she was older that she told me why she didn't play with her, which is that the blinking eyes creeped her out. But they've kept her all these years. And when she was little, it kind of stayed up on her closet shelf. But she still has, like, the boxes marked Puddin'. I don't know if that's her number, 6930. I'm not sure what that is. Dress is pink, hair is blonde. They didn't check the eye color, whether they're blue or brown. My baby up there had brown eyes. But I got it at Gigi's Dolls and Sherry's Teddy Bears in Chicago. The price is still on there. She was $95. And they were actually at the doll show. Well, they weren't. It's Gigi's Dolls and Sherry's Teddy Bears. Gigi is Sherry's mom. And Sherry was there, but I really wanted to see Gigi. But she was not there. Anyway, so my sister-in-law gave this back to me because my niece has no interest in her, and she's pretty much in pristine condition. I actually have this dress still that came on my doll, and this one actually still makes the noise. Mine no longer does. She also has the brown eyes. But her hair is obviously in much better condition. First of all, it's still there. And I remember my baby came with this little braid on the top of her head. And she does have a little bit of box head in the back. But she doesn't have the net on her hair anymore. And she doesn't have her socks and shoes. But my sister-in-law said that she has them and she'll bring them to me. So as you can see, I'll have to bring mine down one day and do like a side-by-side of a very loved baby. But anyway, so I'm trying to ponder, do I want to display her? I've got a few thoughts about her. So anyway, but I wanted to share her with y'all. Let me move her off to the side. Okay. So then I went to the doll show. I think everything here is from the doll show. Yes. The first thing I purchased was this, and it's going to be a photo prop. Let me dump the contents out and set it. You can hear it's wooden. It is a little Noah's Ark. I love, love, love the story of Noah's Ark. Oh, y'all can't see it fully. And it does have, she had sitting out on the table the Noah and the two giraffes. But then I'll show y'all, if you take this off, everything stores inside. Very precariously, though. There's only one elephant. I don't know where the other one is. But I really was mainly interested in the ark. And there's a gorilla, and I think this is the other gorilla. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess it is. Not sure. And then there's two zebra. And this guy, not sure what he is. There's one of him. So those are all the pieces, and they neatly store inside, which, of course, brings me great joy. But you see how it's not closing? I can get it to close. You just have to do it just right. But I'm not going to take the time and make y'all wait for that. So let me just kind of set this off to the side here. And I'll fix that when I'm off camera, so y'all won't have to watch that. So there's my Noah's Ark. I loved the Ark. The Ark is what I really loved. And then, let me just get out. Oh, here's Gigi's card. This is the doll shop that I grew up going to. That I told you I followed them to. This is the location they've been at the longest. But it was their third location for me that I followed them. And they've been at this location, 20, 30, I don't know, 20 some years probably. But it says back here, a fabulous selection of antique French and German dolls, celebrity and collectible composition, NSAB and hard plastic dolls, Adora, vintage to modern Barbies, Integrity Toys, Fashion Royalty, Toner, Jean Artist Dolls, Annette Hempstead, Heloise, Monica, Bears and Plush, Steiff Artist Bears, Gund, R.J. Wright, doll clothing, wigs, eyes, doll stands, trunks, books, miniatures, dolls, doll houses, and furniture. It's an amazing store. I'll have to go there one day and film it for you guys. It's such an amazing store. So that's her card, and they gave out actually a whole baggie, which I haven't read through it yet. They actually put a coupon in here for if you want to shop at their store. Or, I don't know if you could have bought it at the booth. Oh no, because it even has an online code. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of paperwork in here that I need to read through. And then I'm just trying to get cards out so I can show with things I bought. I should have set these cards next to the things I bought. Where is... Oh, there's a card. I already got it. Okay, so that's Gigi's little bag of goodies. And then I stopped at... oops. Jacqueline Cassidy's booth. She was the only full Reborn artist there. Her whole booth was Reborns. It says creating lifelike baby dolls to cherish forever. And you can find her on Facebook as Jacqueline Cassidy and eBay Jacqueline's Babies. But there were a couple other vendors that had, a couple Reborns at their booth. I'm guessing they were from their personal collection or something. But I did buy from her a couple little diaper covers. She had some beautiful outfits. There was one that had the Eiffel Tower that I loved, and it had these same diaper covers. I really love these. I just bought 2 of these because I asked her if I could order online, and she had one that was toile that I really loved as well. It was a black and white toile fabric on top. She had several that I was looking at as going home baby outfits, but I did grab these 2 diaper covers. So that's Jacqueline's information. So that was my first time meeting her, and her daughter was there as well. And then I picked up this little vintage gown. I'm thinking it'll fit maybe I'll have to see if it'll fit on Tink or, a small newborn. I just thought it was really, really beautiful. It's just white. Oh, and the diaper covers were I don't know what that's called. It's not chenille. It's a really white, soft, ribbed fabric. But this is the old, my christening gown was made of this. I guess it's cotton. But it's an antique tiny little gown. Has the tiniest little buttons on the back, 2 little buttons, and then on the shoulders there's pink ribbon on each shoulder, tied as a bow, and then it has the beautiful embroidery in white flowers down the front and on the top by the neck, and it's pleated at the bodice. It's really, really pretty. So I picked that up. And then, funny little story. I had found, y'all know, I think I've talked about this. I no longer had this book from my childhood called Baby Dear. And I found this, and Kylie had just come up to me and said that she had bought a pair of socks from this particular booth, but they didn't fit her baby, and she was probably going to be gifting them to me. And then when she was telling me that, I'm like, oh, Baby Dear, I got to get this book. Well, she said she saw it at another booth as well. So I thought she went off to go check the price, because she said, wait a minute. But she came back with her socks, and the socks were the same price as this book, so she asked them, could she trade the socks for the book? So that was so sweet. Thank you again, Kylie. I'm not going to read it now, but I will at some point for those of you who have no idea who Baby Dear is. The story is her mom has a baby, and she's given a doll, so she takes care of her doll alongside her mom taking care of the new baby. But this is my favorite page, this baby. in the bathtub, sucking those 2 fingers. Oh, so sweet. So Baby Deer is her doll, which reminds me a little bit of Annie. But they did make a Baby Deer doll. So thank you again, Kylie. That was a joy bubble. And then Kylie also gave me a couple things. She gave me these really cute little shoes. They are navy blue. Is it 2? Yeah, there's 2 Velcro strips across the top. And the top one has a little jumping frog on it. So I'll have to see if those will fit my Atticus over there, because he has a frog outfit on that these will look really nice with, actually. So thank you for those, Kylie. Then she gave me some lovely ribbon. Y'all, look at this roll at the top. Says joy. And I know that's a snowflake in a ball, but to me that's a bubble. So joy bubble. Anyway, there are all these beautiful silver ribbons, which I will use on Going Home Babies, but I love that joy ribbon. So thank you for that. She also gifted me this lovely, let me see if I can say this right, Lansano MoMA bottle that she has already modified. Isn't that beautiful? So I'll be sending this home with a baby. So thank you again for that, Kylie. And then, as I was telling you, there was a lady that I spent some time with. Here is her information. Let me see there. Okay, it's Ibija Resource Center, and this is an African word meaning twins. And so she's actually a nonprofit. Oh, Ibeji. It's a nonprofit organization, and they work with young teenage homeless women who are also mothers. And so she was just fascinating to speak with. And from her, I purchased this little rag doll who I'm going to do a little work on her hair. But I just fell in love with this baby. I love rag dolls. She has, I don't know if that's not really white. It's like a cream-colored hair, but it's supposed to be blonde, I guess. But her face is painted, and it's so beautiful. Her eyes are painted, and her nose are painted. She has blue eyes. And then her little smile is actually embroidered in pink thread. And then she is wearing a pink and white striped dress, like a candy striper dress. And the, sorry, my throat, ladies. The bodice is white. It's ribbed. And then she has little sleeves that are pink and white striped with eyelet on the edge. And then she has little bloomers that are white with eyelet trim. But here's the fun thing about her. Are you ready? You turn her around and she's asleep. So on the back you have the painted eyes that are asleep, the painted nose, and then a straight mouth that's embroidered in pink. And the back of the dress has a tie at the top, so it you know, it's the same back and forth. The doll is Dolls by Pauline, is on the tag. But I think I might, I don't know, I kind of like her hair wild, but I might give her a couple little ponytails. We'll see. But doesn't she have the sweetest face? Oh, love her. And then the bear that I talked about, that booth, here's their card. They're called Teddy's Fur U, and fur is F-U-R, and then the letter U. And they're based out of Wisconsin. And she said 85% of their business is people like having grandma's fur coat or their own fur coat in the closet. And she like discusses with them how many children, how many grandchildren, and she takes those coats and turns them into bears. And then the other 15% are, you know, bears that she makes. But she goes around to these doll shows, and she's sitting there working. She's sewing bears together while she's there. And as I rounded the corner, I think on my second or third time around, she was working on a bear, and of course it was upside down because she was sewing the back. And I'm like, can you turn that bear over? And I was in love. And I had to walk around several more times to like, yes, I'm going to get this bear. Katie was so funny because when Katie made her video, I said, that's the one I love. She's like, oh, it's talking to you. And I'm like, oh, boy, this bear was screaming at me. Every time I walk away, I think, ooh, you should go back and get that bear. Anyway, but then, so the other 15%, you know, they go around to these shows so they can just, and so she gets people who then say, oh yeah, my mom or my grandma has a fur coat in the closet, and then that's how, you know, she'll do that work. Her name is Susan McLaughlin, And they are on Facebook, Teddies for You on Facebook, and then teddiesforyou.com. So if you have a fur coat that you want made into teddy bears, but look at this bear. I just fell in love. It is a panda bear, but the head and the body are gray. It's mink. And then she took brown fur, and it's around the eye and then down the cheek on either side. And this bear has like an amber color eye, I guess. She did have another panda bear that had blue eyes, but this is the one I fell in love with. And again, the body and head are the mink, and then the arms, legs, and ears are brown. And I forget if she told me what fur this was. She did, but anyway, I forget what it was. I just remember my grandfather used to work with mink. So the arms and legs are fully jointed. The head is not. The head is fixed. But isn't he beautiful? He's about, I don't know, maybe 16, 17, I would have to measure him. 15, 16 inches maybe. He's so, so beautiful. So I did ask her, because I would have loved a smaller one for a photo prop. But she said the smaller they get, they just end up looking like a ball of fur, and she didn't make smaller than this as a panda. And I just fell in love with this face. So this is my newest bear. All these need names. I'm working on names. I'm working on a name for my frog and my rag doll and my bear. And then I had got some things from Katie's sale on Instagram, so she brought me those. I asked her, can you spare me the shipping and bring them? And she did. So I got these lovely Cuddle Dud pants. They're a tan color, and then the back side down the center has like a center panel that's tan with white stars. And then the front and the sides are like a tan and white, I don't know, lines. I don't know how to explain that, but there's those. Super soft. And then here's another Cuddle Duds. They are pink, white, and blue striped on the front, and then in the back the same, except the middle panel is just the blue. I love the fabric of Cuddle Duds. And then just some little pants. I've been looking for newborn pants for my stock for going home with baby stuff, because I was quite low on that. So these are Kymberlee, and they have little trees all over them. They're white, and the trees are pink and green, and then there's little gray acorns and gray stars, and there's a pink ribbon at the waist. And then this pair is white. I think these are Gap. No, these are Cherokee. They're white with little gray paw prints and gray polka dots all over them. And then the tie is kind of a blue-gray. And then the third pair, I actually think I have a pair of these over there already. I think it has a shirt with it. Or did I send these home on a baby recently? I think I did, actually. Beautiful, soft, cream-colored pants, and they have in gray deers and bunnies, and then in pink there's little birds and mushrooms and flowers. Same on the back. Those are Baby Gap. And then she gave me a little gift. I have to try this on Miss Solani. I was going to try to change her in this video, but it's already almost 20 minutes. Isn't this beautiful? It is a one-piece. It looks, shaped like a sleeper, but it's more of an outfit. I would certainly never put a baby to sleep in this. It is like a thin quilted fabric, and it is pink and not quite mint green, but a green color. And it's all quilted with hearts. Can y'all see the quilting on there? There's a row of hearts that are right side up, and then a row of hearts that are upside down and back and forth. And the top, the collar is fur, pink fur collar. And then on the chest, there's a little pink bow. It's long sleeved. It does have feet, and on the feet, there's a little pink bow on each foot. Just beautiful. So, but I will not change her right now because this video is getting too long. She also gave me some chocolate. This one is creme brulee. This one we've opened is milk chocolate with blueberry and wild strawberry. This is very tasty. And then, Katie, the cat's tongues are gone. Sorry, I don't have the box any longer. There was a box. They're cat's tongues. They were really interesting. I really should have saved them to show, but Well, anyway. So that is that, everybody. Let me bring dear sweet Solomon back over so he can send some love to his mommy, because I need to sign off, because all these videos tacked together, y'all are going to have like an hour-long video. He's going to lay here with the panda bear a bit. So let's have Solomon send his mama some love. So he sends a kiss. Oops. To his mama. And then dear sweet Lucy Ray sends some loving and prayers to her mama. And dear sweet Azrea sends some love to her mama. And we are going to sign off, and we are going to say, like we always do, remember to find your joy each and every day. Find something to be joyful about. And for those of you who made it to the end of this video, thank you so very much. I do hope you enjoyed. And have a very, very blessed few days. My mom is here for the rest of the week, so I don't know how much I'll be on viewing or making videos, but I will be back to normal probably next week. So have a blessed, blessed week, everybody. Loads of hugs from all of us here at Kymberlee's Cocoon. Bye-bye.